Um, where do we start? All right, so today's topic is going to be a little bit lighthearted, I would say. Um, something that's kind of important, but it dawned on me here last night and more so today. So I think the question for today's discussion is, do award shows matter? Whether they be mainstream award shows, whether they're underground award shows, anything like that. Um, Realistically, the short answer is obviously yes, but it just depends on what degree it matters to you. You know what I mean? When it comes to achievements and accolades, of course it matters. But when it comes to like who you are as a creative or a measurement of how talented you are, obviously not. It doesn't matter in that aspect, right? So what brought this topic up for me was kind of interesting. And last night I was watching the Screen Actors Guild Awards, right? And that's definitely probably like one of the like top three um, film award shows that happen every year, right? So last night's show was the 31st annual one, and it got me thinking like why it's fun to do award shows, right? And why I think celebrations like that are super important, right? Because I don't really think it's more so about the achievements or like getting a trophy or the title or anything like that, but it's more so a celebration of like people's years and what they've done throughout the year, and it kind of led me like back to where like why did I start the Music Mondays Awards, right? Because we've been doing them for 3 years now, and with our like it matters within our community, right? But of course, it's not like some like massive big award show. It's more so just a celebration, so we can kind of spot like some creatives that had like really killer years. You know what I mean? Like if you had a good fucking year, I think you should be recognized for it. You know what I mean? And same thing goes with independent actors and musicians and uh digital artists and artists of all kinds, really. You know what I mean? So I don't think award shows really um matter too much in terms of like bragging rights, right? But I totally think it matters in terms of celebrating yourself as a creative and hitting those milestones and looking back on the year and being like, holy shit, like I had a really good fucking year, you know? And that's super important for artists and creatives and musicians. I really think that's super, super important. So even though we have our underground award show, that's why I think, originally, you know, why it matters so much, and why even just our small award show means so much to so many people. It's because we're recognizing them for the years that they had. You know what I mean? Like if you had a killer 2025, like I said, you should be proud of that and you should be recognized for that, So putting on those events, whether they're small scale or big scale, I think is super important for all types of creatives. You know what I mean? Because I think what originally sparked the thought for me too was I think I saw a tweet and somebody was just being like super negative about it. And it was just like, it's another award show and people are going to get scammed and blah, 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 blah in Hollywood and shit like that. And like, people just don't understand sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, people don't understand like what being a creative is like and what being an artist is like. So sometimes these award shows are super important to certain people. You know what I mean? And like I said, that's kind of why the Music Mondays Awards kind of matters too, is because even on our smaller scale, I think it's important to be recognized for your work. You know what I mean? I really do. So I think that's why those award shows are super important, whether that be on like a massive stage or, a smaller scale. Um, Again, it's not really about bragging rights or like accolades. I think the meaning of it and the celebration is much more important. Much, much more important. Because, like I said, you should be recognized for a good year. You know what I mean? And it feels good to be recognized for a good year. So I think that's why those are important. And it kind of like lit a fire under me a little bit because I was like, being a creative and especially being independent is like amazing. You know what I mean? It's a privilege to be able to do shit like this. And that's why I think those award shows even matter more. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely excited for this year's, but um, that's kind of like the topic and really what I was thinking about. And, you know, when it comes down to like, again, the question that I asked at the start, do they matter? I mean, like I said, they don't really matter in terms of like accolades and things like that, right? I mean, sure, it's an accolade and all that, but you know, the celebration of it and um, the recognition is probably more important, to be honest with you. So that's that, my friends. Let us know what you think about award shows. Are you excited for the Music Mondays Awards in 2025 this year? Definitely let us know. This will be uploaded on YouTube. So definitely subscribe to the channel. We upload 2 times a week. I think we're like 4 subs away from 300. Exclusive segments, full podcast episodes, all that good jazz over there on the channel. Shorts, anything you like is over there, so definitely go check out the channel. Show this video, show these artists and everybody some love. Let's